Hey everyone, it's your GM Jessie here. I wanted to come in at the start because basically the audio wasn't great. We had two new people coming in, and then Lee's audio was very quiet. So yeah, just trying to edit it all, it just didn't work. So we've left it. It sounds good, and the story is still there, and it's still so powerful. So hope you enjoy that. But yeah, there's not going to be any background music or soundtrack. We really value that you want to listen to this, and hopefully you enjoy this, and it does get better. So yeah, thanks. Enjoy.
Our story begins in a far and distant land, a place ruled by houses of sentient animals and mythical creatures, an environment that is forever tipping the scales towards controversy and conflict. Grave danger lies hidden in every tavern, forest, and stranger's glance. In this kingdom, we will follow a deviant group of adventurers, brought together by chance, or perhaps by fate. This ragtag group of a turtle, a tabaxi, an otter, and a hound will travel across this great kingdom, fighting their way through the unknown and weaving a powerful destiny. This is Rolling Across the Pond.
Hey everyone, welcome to Rolling Across the Pond, Animal Kingdom. I'm your GM Jessie, and it's midnight, and my head just wants to word vomit everything, so bleh.
Hi, I'm Davita. I play Hava, the barbarian St. Bernard Canine, who is stuck in prison right now. So we'll see what happens there. Very in shock by meeting her people, many of them.
Yeah, I'm Lee. I play Goro, the warrior monk turtle. Yeah, it's gonna get real this episode, guys. It's gonna be a complete character change. Get ready. Get those tissues ready for crying. Just giving you a heads up.
I am Luke. I'm going to be playing the moose barbarian named Reader.
Oh, I think you got it all.
Yes!
And I want to welcome back our wonderful guests.
I'm Mike. I'm playing Jaxon, the Jaguar Tabaxi Rogue.
I'm Ariana. I play Chaser, the Feline Artificer. Or is it Artificer?
Artificer.
Artificer.
Great.
Or Artificer.
There you go. Yeah, make it your own. Why not? Alright, and that is us. We're Rolling Across the Pond crew today. So what's going to happen now for you listeners, we're not going to start right where we left off. This is kind of like after the aftermath of what's going on. We're going to do a 3-month montage of what these other guys are going to do, and then I'm going to say what's happening in a bigger picture, in a way, and then the story will continue. So listen carefully because things are going to be happening, but we're going to fit 3 months into 5 minutes, maybe 10. So if you get lost, don't worry. Just keep replaying this episode and, yeah, listen to our voices and get very comfortable.
You want to listen to this more.
Exactly.
You are getting intense into listening to more and more.
So, I'm going to do a quick recap now. Where we left our heroes, our adventurers, our animals, Goro and Jaxon had finally escaped and found refuge in an escape house where a contact is being met and conversations are going to be had. And so that was an intense moment. Goro was facing the realization that his best friend is gone, and Uber ran for his life as Uber, and they've all survived, so that's great. For Hava, Reader, and Chaser, Hava and Reader were transported by Blaine Joy to the secret location that is the Redwater Territories. So they arrived in the ship, and they have been escorted to the Redwater Territories and put in a jail cell after, of course, meeting our wonderful Chaser and the awkward interaction that was Reader and Chaser, or more Reader than Chaser, but yeah. So I guess both teams are in enclosed, secure places, not by their own fruition, or their own volition, but it's where it is. So from there, a lot is going to happen in this animal kingdom because Darren's gone, King Darren's gone, and the lineage is gone practically. We all know one of them isn't gone, but who knows what's going to happen with that. But what we're going to see unravel right now is the next 3 months of what happens to the Vulden Kingdom, what happens to our adventurers while the Vulden Kingdom's basically recovering from losing their king, and other things that'll happen. But for now, we're going to start with Goro and Jaxon, and I believe the last thing that Goro wanted to do was get to the Otter Village. So, to start, just with a question. Is it, let's make a plan to get out of the Vulden Kingdom, or we're just gonna rush and see?
I'll let Mike take it. As Mike's the guest, I'll let Mike take it. Because then it might be a really interesting interaction, because Goro is probably not it's in the right mindset right now. So he probably will have to listen to some sort.
Yeah, I mean, I would venture on the side of plan, because, yeah, I have contacts there. I'm a smuggler by trade, so let's get out of here.
If that's the case, then what we're going to do, what I want you to do right now, is I want you to roll, especially if Jackson's making the lead, taking the lead of this, I want you to roll investigation or insight, and maybe from there tell me how it goes.
Oh, that's 4. Investigation is really bad. Alright, what would that be? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got a 9.
9. Okay. Then I want you to roll. From there, well, actually, with the 9, you come up with a plan. Now I want you to basically. It's not a great plan. You feel it. The contact you're with feels it, and I'm not going to name names. It's probably, I don't know, an ostrich. And this ostrich and you are basically like, this is not great. But I want you and Goro, Jaxon and Goro, to kind of talk through a mediocre, probably really bad plan. I want, in a way, you also try and convince him, but that it could work.
So listen, we're gonna wait till nightfall, and my contact has these dark cloaks that I think we can disguise us, and we're gonna try and sneak out the gate with a cart that he has that he uses to transport goods out of the city. I think we can sneak past the guards like that.
Sure. Oh, Goro's just like whatevs. He's still, you know, he'll probably just say like one word or nod and just be like, not really.
I'm just thinking of this on an outside perspective. I'm like, there's this giant tortoise. I'm trying to cover it with a cloak, so I don't know. It's just.
I am intimidating, so yeah, that's like the perfect thing. And I just murdered a king, so that makes sense. So.
Yeah. So that is the initial plan. Now I'm gonna go travel across the land to the Redwater territories, and I guess I can start with Chaser first. So, Chaser, you were called away to talk through some things as the group was, as Hava and Reeder were brought to the Redwater territories. You're still left on the ship. My question to you is, would you visit Hava and Reeder while they're in this cell?
Yes, absolutely.
On a regular basis, on a daily basis, every hour?
I'd say a daily basis. I'm trying to get some information from them, figure out who they are and what they're about.
Okay.
But cool. I also, I don't really want to spend this time with them right now.
Sure. And you have loads of different responsibilities.
All doses. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Right. Hava, you are in this cell. You've been brought to this cell with all your belongings. including the spear that you don't know what it does.
Here.
Yes, remember you recovered the artifact from the Winter Hold.
Right. I forgot about that. Oh, I
Yes.
forgot that it was a spear.
Yeah.
Who really wanted that?
Caesar.
Right, Caesar wanted it. Okay.
So my question to you is...
Have all my weapons too?
Yeah,
in
you
prison?
have. No one took anything off of you.
Okay.
Yep. So my question to you is, are you in a planning mode, or is it in awe of what's going on, or are you casually just waiting to be told what to do next?
I feel like initially when she got placed in this cell, she was doing it just so that she could basically get more information and not be like, kicked out or just all this, like, they're not killed, basically. She wants to she understands that there's a level of danger to these people, to these like Fae-9, these people who look like her. She thought she was the last of her kind. She didn't so she's glad to see them, but after being very intimidated by Blaine Joy, she I think is calmed down. Well, and plus she's not raging right now. She's like begun to like grasp her situation a little bit.
Sure.
I think right now she's just very concerned about PJ, and also not fully able to grasp the thought that she is actually a princess. Like, she doesn't understand really what or why or more about her family and stuff. So she's her thoughts and are very occupied with the fact that she doesn't know what happened to her family. Like, she doesn't understand that she's like the princess, but she also is very concerned about what happened to PJ, basically.
Sure. Right. A lot of contemplation going on then.
Choices.
Reader, what are you doing? What is going through your mind as you have entered this jail cell, basically?
Yeah, I don't necessarily have any objections other than taking care of PJ and snickerdoodling them. So as long as I can message Caesar and be like, just make sure they're all right, I'll write it out and see what happens here.
Okay, cool. We'll go back to Goro and Jaxon. So that's your initial, let's make a plan, this is going to happen. So now, let's say I want you to roll, either Jaxon or you, Goro, roll a d6. Or both, whichever, take the highest number.
I got a 3.
You got a 3?
I got a 2, so...
So, it's not too bad. Basically, it takes you about 3 days to formulate this idea. And in the Vulden Kingdom, it's still very high alert. You can still see guards passing. You can still see things going around. And if you want, you can roll insight. Otherwise, I can continue narrating.
Sure, why not? Nat 20.
Ooh! Great. For that, I will also give you like a kind of like an investigation kind of thing included. Basically, after 3 days, you can still hear some of the guards mumbling, we still haven't found Goro, like, let's keep searching. We haven't seen him at any of the gates, we haven't seen him at any of the walls, he's gotta still be here. There's no way. We had him surrounded. So you can tell they're still looking for him. But at the same time, you can tell that there's a lot more guards now. And there's no urgency yet, but they're getting a lot more, and it's getting more pressured to find him. With a natural 20, you can even know that his dad knows he was there after the 3 days. But at the same time, they haven't found you. They don't know they don't know who you are, and or their connection with him. So they don't mention you at all. Actually, you do hear talk about a tabaxi, but it doesn't sound like they're describing you. It sounds more like Leaf, but
yeah, I was gonna say, would they know that?
Yeah. It sounds more like Leaf. So they're probably mistaking you for Leaf, basically. Nat 20. Okay. and they all, of course, mention Uber. But yeah, that's kind of where you guys are at right now. It's quite high alert. So, what state of action would Okay, firstly, what's Goro's mindset after 3 days?
So I want to have the whole idea that we've got these, like, I don't know. I think Jaxon said he's getting some sort of like cloaks we can have, or like, so basically they've got hoods and whatever. So I'm assuming for me it would be, I would just be sitting wherever the safe house is, meditating on my actions, but also kind of giving the vibes of the first time you see Strider in Lord of the Rings. So you can't see his face, and I'm just like silent. Like, I'm literally just contemplating what's going on. Obviously, they've been told my dad's coming and everything, so I've just got to really plan out what I do next, because it's probably not good.
Sure. Okay. So, with that in mind, what is the next stage of action? Are you going to stay put? Are you going to try and make another plan? Are you gonna try and get in contact with some contact?
Well, I feel like we gotta get out of here pretty quick if your dad knows. So, because I'm assuming I'm talking to him about like
Yeah.
all this stuff, so I could probably see that he's, what's the word, flustered? I don't know, worried about his dad coming back. Or concerned, I guess.
Sure.
So, but that plan was so cool.
We can still do the plan thing.
Yeah.
I think we should go for it. Yeah.
You want to take action. You want to start trying for the plan.
Yeah.
Let's leave
Okay.
tonight. We
Then.
get 3 days.
Yeah, I think they're gonna leave as soon as possible.
Firstly, let's break this down. Okay. We're gonna break it down because it's not like you can have the stuff you said. So first, I want you to roll now a d20. Yeah, okay. Both of you roll. Basically, to see if you can get a contact to give you a wagon. If you get 14. Above a 15, if you get above a 15, then you get the wagon. What did you get, Goro? A natural one.
And that one, yeah.
So with that, this is very interesting.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I interject?
Sure. Please.
What about the people that got us in with their wagon? Or have they
that natural one? I'm gonna say you didn't remember.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, basically that your contact. You don't get in contact with anybody, and actually the contact you are with now is getting concerned, very concerned that Goro is not just there, but he's in this state of a mute, like he's in state of grief. And your contact's just like, I'm getting nervous at this point. Roll another d6. What did you get?
5.
5. And what?
3.
3. Yeah. So we'll go with the 5. So another 5 days have passed. Yeah, I need another either investigation or insight roll. But again, while Jackson's rolling this, how is Goro feeling now? It's like it's been 8 days. Things are not going well.
No, we need to go now. We need to leave.
Okay.
Like, if there's rumors of my dad coming, then my dad's coming, and I don't want to be anywhere near.
Sure. Yeah.
Without the new tabaxi.
Yes.
I got a 12.
A 12. You don't hear much. You hear ever so often about Goro, but it's not as often as it was 3 days ago. But as I think each day has gone, it's become, you know what, maybe he's gone. Maybe he's not gone. But you also are noticing there's a lot of, like, crowds building up every so often around. And you don't know why. Yeah, that's basically what you get with the 12. Now, Goro wants to leave now. What... Are you going to communicate that with Jaxon, or?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, so can we go through that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'll just stand up. Sure. Okay. So, we need to go tonight. You don't have to come with me. I know you want to help me, but I'll let you know the last tabaxi that I knew is no more. If you want to tell me how I can get out the city, that'll be amazing. If you want to come with me, that's also amazing. But I already feel that I'm already putting Uber in jeopardy. I don't want to put anyone else in jeopardy. But it's your decision.
Yeah. I understand. I think we do need to get out of here with what you've explained to me. And or you need to get out of here. But yeah, I've taken on this task from Red, so I really need to see this through. So we got to get out of here tonight, I think. So I mean, if we can't find a cart, we just gotta figure out how we're gonna do this.
Cool.
Just tonight.
And as you end that sentence, Uber walks in with a apron on and some tea, and he's like, hey guys, I'm ready for the meeting with tea and biscuits. And that's where we'll leave you. And so I'm going to need you guys to roll 6-sided die. All three of you, just to see who gets the highest. What'd you get?
Oh, gosh.
Rita, what'd you get?
A 5.
5. What did you get? Hava?
1.
Chaser?
3.
Okay, so we'll go with the 5. So 5 days have passed, and in that time, you have been visited by guards, you've been visited by Chaser, communication's been going through. What is your prerogative? Like, what do you want to I know, Hava, you said you wanted to gain information. Is that still kind of what you want to do while you're in the cell for 5 days?
Yeah, I feel like that would probably be what she's still looking for. And I imagine that Reader would have told her if he heard from Caesar about the whereabouts of PJ.
What about you, Reader?
Yeah, I think Reader's doing like the same thing where he's getting all of the essential information, like where, like if there's any indicator of where they are, and try to get ore to try to look around and try to find it.
Oh.
Just all the important things of what there is, how to get out if need be, of like escape.
Okay.
Caesar's sign.
Then I need investigation and perception, or perception from you guys. But Chaser, what is your kind of, because other than your normal responsibilities with, your normal meeting with the king, your normal developing stuff, what else is other than that? What would you do, including while these guys are here? What would you like to do the 5 days?
I think in my visit to the cell, are Reader and Hava in a cell together, or are they separated?
They're in the cell together.
Okay, yeah. So I think I would personally have a desire just to go in and try to learn about them and who they are and where they came from. Especially, I'd be pretty curious and maybe a little bit on edge about Hava, because hearing who she is and wondering why she's just suddenly shown up and kind of what her story is. And I think whether I could trust her, even though I know who she is from our perspective. So my hope would be to ask them about their adventures, their experiences, how they got to where they are right now.
Okay. Then I'm going to need persuasion roll from you. But how did the investigation or perception go for Reader?
24.
24?
Perception.
Did you get a natural 20?
No.
Oh.
It's 19.
Oh. That's still close. Hava?
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to roll.
Yes, yeah.
This is perception or what? Something?
Perception or investigation?
19 for perception.
Okay. Wow, you guys rolled great. And what did you get for persuasion, Chaser?
I forgot how poor my charisma is. I got a 4.
4. Great. So what we're going to do right now is just do a quick scene of, I'm going to tell you guys what you see, and then I want Chaser, you to come by and try and persuade them in however you see fit with a 4 and a fail, and then you guys will roll insight. But firstly, for your perception and investigation, basically what you see around you is it's super run down. This area is these tents, they're broken. There's very few Fey 9 actually around. And again, there's also a few others around, but yeah, it's quite desolate, quite dusty, and sand everywhere. The information you're picking up is, okay, this is happening. this is happening tonight, this is going on, but nothing really verbatim, like information's not being passed in that area very often. Only when, in a way, they need to talk to Chaser, because that's where she does most of her experiments and stuff like that. Other than that, the ship doesn't really get used. And that's what you kind of pick up on as you're watching and listening. Now, Chaser on her normal, midday visit? Or would it be early morning?
Sure, midday.
Sure.
Have my lunch and then.
Yeah. So on your
back to
midday,
visit.
you go down there as normal. So this is the first time you do it. First time you come down and you say what?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
We met. We met. My name's Chaser. I'm sorry that you're in prison. This feels awkward.
Yeah, when are you going to let me out?
Well, here's the thing. We don't really know that we could trust you. I don't know that I could trust you.
I don't know that I can trust you.
In order
anyway,
for us
either.
to negotiate, well, yeah, okay, but you're in our prison right now. So I think that you need to tell us a little bit of information about yourself.
Well, I think you have to give me information first, but I don't think we're going to say anything until you can tell me what you know, because I don't know. You guys are like attacking all over the place, and I just don't understand why you're doing this. It doesn't make any sense.
After that sentence, I need you to roll insight to see if you actually are more compassionate. Even though you have to beat a 4. No. To beat Hava and Reader, you need to see if you can beat a 4.
Shouldn't be too hard.
They could roll natural ones.
I rolled 18. I don't know. What am I supposed to add to that? I mean, obviously I beat it, but...
Yeah, you've beat it. You roll insight. You add insight to that.
Oh, insight. Got it.
So what did you get, Reader?
I was about to ask the same thing.
You guys haven't played this in a long time.
Well, I imagined how that went was that, like, Reader was just about to just give up everything, and then Hava did that whole thing. It's like, okay. Sit back down.
Well, she's supposed to fail in giving her getting any information, so...
Oh, actually, and to recap, or not recap, but to help with that investigation that, Rita, you rolled, the spear is emitting energy that doesn't feel good.
Like bad mojo?
Yeah, but you need to roll Arcana and stuff like that in it, but yeah.
I trust whatever he needs it for is what he needs it for.
You can roll investigation and see, because I don't know if you're hiding it or not. Or...
I don't think I am. I'm just kind of... I don't know if I can hide it.
That's true.
I was going to ask if I know that they have this glowing spear.
Well, you can roll Arcana and see if it actually is. I mean, it is obvious to them, but...
The spear is obvious to them, or the fact that it's glowing?
Yeah, the glowing is obvious to them, but...
14.
If they're not hiding it, then yeah, I think that's okay. So you do notice this odd spear that they have.
Okay.
And yeah, there's magic in it. So after that, I need another D6 rolled, and then we'll go back to the other guys. So who got the highest?
I rolled 2. So
4, 3. So roll, if again, you're just trying to get information, then roll, instead of investigation this time, roll persuasion. Chaser, are you still trying to get information from them as well?
Yeah, I think I would just keep coming back and keep trying of I wouldn't blame them if they didn't want to tell me anything the first day that they're in prison, but hopefully over time.
Sure. Then I need all 3 of you to roll persuasion. And then I need all 3 of you to roll insight. So what were the persuasions?
14.
7.
12.
And now what were the insights?
7.
3.
3!
12.
Ooh, okay. This is very interesting. So, basically, how many? It was 4 days. So, after 9 days, you, as always, Chaser, are heading down after your lunch. And basically, you guys are starting to get along. And information's starting to flow. You're still being more guarded than they are, Chaser. You're doing a lot more of the guarding of the stuff, but they're getting a few information here and there. I don't know if you guys want to play that out or not. It's up to you.
I feel like she's continuing to ask about PJ, because that is her, that's pretty much her main concern at this point. Sure.
So it's been 9 days, so I assume you're talking to Reader, who's talking to
right.
Caesar, And so, I guess we have a cutscene here. I'll leave that in. Of what's happening to of the forgotten ones.
They're not forgotten. They were just left behind.
The left behind ones then. And I will play 5 different parts, so I'm not doing it now. We'll see how that goes. But basically, from what you hear, is they are traveling to the Baylock Kingdom because they have a very strong sense that they can get, if not answers, they can get some more support. The Baylock Kingdom really insists on going there to get support because of what's going on with you guys and what's hearsay about the Vulden Kingdom.
But don't they know that we're in the Redwater territories?
Yes.
We did tell them that, or
yeah.
Reader told them
Reader
that, right?
told
Okay.
Them, yeah.
Okay. Want to make sure they knew that.
Yeah. What?
Who's they?
Who is they? So it's Caesar, Skinny, Baylock King, Clara has been healed up. King Stonepaw is in a cage. They're carrying him around in a cage.
I was like, oh man.
Who else? Who did I say?
PJ.
There's also, I think I didn't say King Baylock, so King Baylock, obviously. And King Baylock's right hand, whose name is Adeline.
I don't know, like half those people. But
no, that's all, no. So, Caesar is concerned about PJ. He actually has like a darker presence. And
PJ does.
Yeah. He's got like a blank stare, kind of like a Goro, but not, he doesn't say like Goro, but he's got a blank stare in him and he's casting a larger shadow.
This is because he's lost Hava? Or all
Caesar doesn't know. He just knows that. This is all coming from Caesar, so you're only getting it from secondhand.
Got it.
Yeah. So after 9 days, I would say you probably have talked about, you're getting comfortable with each other, basically, and talking about a few. Now, okay.
Would Hava, I don't know, because I feel like that first time I tried asking her a question was very aggressive.
Sure.
Towards Chaser. So 4 more days, I don't know, Hava, if you've pulled off a little bit, I feel like probably right after that I would just try to change tactics and talk to Reader instead. Be like, this guy seems a little less violent and volatile and scary. Hopefully though, Hava's not gonna get
Fair enough.
angry.
Yeah. Cool. So you and Reader getting closer. How does Reader taking that emotionally and
that Chaser's like wanting to talk to him?
Yeah.
That's ace. I think that is exactly what he wanted. But
do either of you bring up the spear?
Who's either?
Either, any of you. Any 3 of you.
I feel like I would ask about that, because if it's a pretty clear, glowing
Sure.
spear, I'd be like, so, where'd you get that?
I think Reader would kind of be the opposite, where he's like, I've just gotten a bunch of magic stuff for Caesar. So it's like, oh yeah, it's this
I'm just going to divulge my entire secret operation.
No. Not going to talk about it. He's going to be like, oh, here. Like,
No big deal.
yeah.
I don't know. We just picked it up from the palace. Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
I don't know.
Neither of them know that.
Probably.
I don't know.
It's
Right,
like it's probably dangerous.
I think we maybe need someone to look at that. Maybe just don't try to mess with it for now.
Yeah, it's for Caesar.
It's for who?
Caesar. Yeah, he's our friend. He told us to get it. He said it was dangerous, so we kind of don't want to like mess with it too much.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Do you want me to take that for you?
No.
She has convinced you guys, so you have to give in to something.
I know. Well, we're giving her. We're gonna like we'll have shared kind of our experiences. I think with her. Like,
right. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like at this point, I don't know how much I know from them or about them, and also if I'm sharing information with them, like what do they vague.
I mean, it's just casual. Probably like you probably talked about the ship and probably history. You guys are probably talking about your histories basically at this point. Probably not fully. You're leaving out some stuff, but like, how you first meet somebody and you're like,
Well,
hey,
yeah.
my name
and
is
Hava,
this, and this is my story.
Hava's definitely shared the fact that she grew up with the otter folk and that they rescued her, because she does know that. She does know the fact that they
explains a lot.
Did Hava hear that?
Sorry, continue, Hava. What were you saying?
I've got some rages. I can do 4 in a day, so.
Right. And as you guys are having these conversations, what we're going to do now is I'm going to switch to the other two, and then a huge chunk of time is going to pass, and I'm just going to narrate it from those previous roles, but I just want to know how successful tonight goes for these guys. So, it's nighttime. It is the dead of night. I'm going to tell you what I think is best, rather than playing out the whole thing. But if you really want to, we can play it all out. It's just going to take a huge chunk of time. Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe 4 rolls, 2 each, and first roll gets you to see if you can at least leave your complex, your building. Second roll says you make it to the gate or not. Third roll is if you make it past the gate. And fourth roll is to see if you've been, followed. Is that okay, or is that a bit too presumptuous?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That makes a lot.
Okay, so who wants to do the first roll?
What are we going with?
So it would be a D20.
Yep.
And if you pass 11, so if you go from 11 to 20, you pass no problem. You get out and no one notices you. You're able to at least make it close to the gate. Or not even, you get out of the building, basically, with no one noticing.
We do it vice versa then, Mike. You get 2 rolls, I get 2. Let's see where the madness takes us.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first, as the honorary guest.
Oh no. What did you get?
And that one.
So do you trip out of the safe house and take a point of damage?
Yes. No, you trip out of the safe house and you fall into
a guard.
You fall into the path of a guard and the guard just kicks you. So you have to roll a D6.
Okay. Got a 6.
You got 6 damage.
That was a big guard.
It was a fat guard. You see I was thinking of a Psyduck, but I've just been playing too many Pokemon.
Yeah, Psyduck.
You see an owl, another owlbear, a different owlbear that is actually in the community, just in its full armor, just kicks you without even noticing you're there because they're so massive. And they know you're there. So basically you can continue to the gate knowing that they know they've noticed you, or you can stop there and wait for another night.
Oh, I have a question. They saw me, obviously, because I tripped out.
Well, you're a team, so it's a team.
Okay, so all of us tripped.
Yeah. No, you trip.
I tripped and alerted them to elevator.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a great start. What a great start.
So you can continue.
Hells yeah. Let's
go for it.
Is there only one owlbear?
There's only one owlbear. And they kind of kicked him and continued on.
Okay. So they're like Metal Gear Solid guards. They're just like oblivious.
They don't know it. You're just another tabaxi. It's just...
Yeah. But they know somebody's sneaking around it. Yeah. Okay. Let's just think.
So, yeah, go ahead. Goro.
I got a 12 for our second one.
Okay. Then you have made it to the gate without alerting any more guards.
Okay, Mike, this is your time to shine.
Another net one?
Oh, 2.
So, as you are getting through the gate, the guards that are passing by with the torches flash on you, and you've been noticed by 3 guards now. Now, again, you can still continue, or you can go back into the town and call it a night.
Right, so if they've technically, seen us,
Yeah.
can I spend a key point to do something absolutely insane?
Yes.
Okay, so dashing is double my speed, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Uber is, quite light, right?
Yeah.
And so is this new tabaxi, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will spend a key point and go 95 feet with a dash. Literally just go as fast as possible. Just
Then,
Naruto the crap out of this. And
what I'll
just go.
say is roll the next one with advantage. 13. So you pass. So you pass the gate. So those guards that noticed quickly they're confused. They know that there's something going on. They don't know who it was. And so you pass them. But now let's see if you've been followed. So who wants to roll it?
With a 90 dash, Jess.
So roll again with advantage is what I'm saying.
14.
14. Yeah, you're fine. You're not followed. You're out. You've saved.
You saved me.
He saved
5
you.
key
Now.
points remaining. Oh my god.
Completely free? Not sure. But you've gotten away for now. So now I'm going to say about a month has passed. During that month, I want maybe, if you have one specific goal, that's great. Otherwise, 3 phases probably will happen, especially for Hava and Reader and Chaser probably. I want to know how your relationship has progressed throughout this month. And if you're still trying to just get information, that's fine. I've already previously rolled some things. But I want to know what during a month what would be going on. Role
I
playing.
think after about a week and a half of trying to get information, and I think they've, shared some things that I start to kind of, Chaser would start to see, okay, they don't seem like they're trying to deceive me, or also this moose is really kind of not like a threat necessarily. He could take someone on, but his approach just seems like he's not trying to threaten those around him. Just even Hava, I think I would start to kind of feel like maybe she's just a little more scared than she is actually violent or angry at this point. And so I feel like I'd kind of want to switch tactics at some point and stop trying to extract information from them, and just I want to gain their trust. I think I would still keep going and visiting, but kind of switch a little bit to just trying to get to know who they are a little more and ask them not so much where were you right before this? Why were you doing this? Why are you doing that? What have you done? What haven't you done? But I guess, yeah, a little more of the sort of maybe what should have happened more in the beginning of this. Where are you from?
Sure. Cool.
Hava said she grew up in the Otter Village, but I think trying to kind of build some rapport.
And I would think Rudy's kind of the same, where he started off asking questions like, where are we? And what do you want from us? And stuff like that. And now he's like, so Chaser, what's your favorite flower? Not that I'm going to get it. No, well, I'm stuck in a... yeah, I'm just what is your favorite flower?
Sunflower. How about you?
Yeah, it's sunflower, yeah.
That is such a dude move. That is such a...
No way. Wow. Small world.
I didn't mean it like that, but yeah.
Whoa. Update that Tinder profile, Reader. Update that Tinder profile, mate. In the Animal Kingdom.
Yes.
I meant it more because it's her favorite flower, it's mine now.
Well, that's what I mean. So it's it's totally a dude move to be like, oh yeah, I like that too. We have something in common. What's your number? So what is Hava doing during this time?
So I think she mostly wants to know, she wants to know more stories about her family. She's starting to, at this point, beginning to accept the fact that she is the princess, and she wants to know more about her family and why they were attacked. What is some of her history that of her people and all that kind of stuff. So she's wanting more information about that.
Sure. Cool. And while... Okay.
Sorry. Maybe some of the time, too, she's just, she starts to feel a little bit bad for them that they're still locked up here. And so, she'll bring, maybe, bring them some good meals or something from
cool
outside, or maybe, I don't know, play games, or I don't know, like
Yeah,
bring
no, it's cool.
riddles or something to kind of
Yeah.
like help lighten it a little bit for them.
Yeah, and even some of the guards are kind of just, you guys are just there and hanging out and getting rapport, and
Do I have some kind of, like, do I have enough influence to be able to, like, ask that they be released at some point?
oh yeah, you can definitely do
Yeah.
that. But you've noticed
Okay.
that the king has not visited, and during
Right.
your time, during your work, you've definitely